Number one, I set my goal. Okay. You have to set your goal, because what that does is it literally puts the thought in your mind, and it allows your mind to be working towards a goal. Now, mine was to do $500,000 in revenue per year. Number two, once I had my long-term goal, I broke that down into short-term goals. Now, for me, what that looked like was, okay, I can't just jump from $10,000 a month up to like $40,000 a month, which is what it would take for me to get to the revenue of approximately $500,000 a year. So I had to go from where I was, which was around $10,000 to $12,000 a month. And I had to start saying, okay, how can I get to $15,000 a month? And then from there, how can I get to $20,000 a month? And then from there on and on. And with each incremental step, I was able to hone in and start looking at the individual minute things that I could do just to raise my revenue up just a bit. Number three, I got much more aggressive with my pricing. Guys, Amazon, the online space, it is super competitive, especially if you're a reseller like me. You're not selling your own products. You're going to have competition. They're going to bring the price down, and that's okay. That is part of business. Do not run away from price tanking. That is part of business. What you need to do is learn how to operate in that environment and realize price tanking, in other words, when it tanks, it will go down and it will eventually come back up. So don't give up. Don't dismay. Use your mind and figure out how to operate within that. You can make it work. You may have to lower your ego a little bit. You may have to settle for slightly lower margins for a time until it comes back up. But you've got to get more aggressive because you've got to have more sales. Number four, I went 100% merchant fulfilled, and that literally ties into cash flow. That ties into momentum. When you go fulfillment by Amazon, that's great, but there are just too many things that can go wrong. When you're just starting out, you cannot afford to have your inventory being lost, being damaged, sitting, and all the sorts of things that tie up your inventory and therefore tie up your revenue. So for the time being, I've gone 100% merchant fulfilled. And what that did was it gave me more control and it helped me to speed up the business. FBA is great, but it is a slow moving process. It is hard to really get momentum going. There are too many things working against you. Number five, and this is super important, I rarely, if ever, go out of stock. You're going to learn your best selling products and you have to keep them in stock. You cannot afford to miss those opportunities. Every time you run out of stock on a product that you know is normally selling regularly for you, you just lost opportunity, and there's no guarantee you'll ever get it back. In fact, you can never get that moment in time when that shopper was ready to purchase. It's lost forever. If all you changed was that one aspect of your business, you would see things change dramatically. Hey, what's up, working class hustlers? I wanted to take a brief break from this video. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am, but did you know that 58% of the people that watch this channel, watch these videos, are not subscribed to the channel? So there's a good chance that you're not subscribed. So if you would take a moment to subscribe to the channel, it would mean so much. It would be awesome. And tell you what, you will be showing myself and my producer Jim that you appreciate the over 500 videos that we've put together for your benefit. So hit that subscribe button and we would really appreciate it. We're actually trying to get this channel up to 10,000 subscribers, and you're going to help us do it. So thank you in advance. Number two, If you're somebody that's really trying to take your Amazon business to the next level, or you just want to get into selling on Amazon, you guys know I use the software Tactical Arbitrage. I've been using it and teaching it right here on this channel for years. And you might know that I've been wanting to put together a free video course, a real course that's worth money, but I want to give it to you for free. This is my gift to you. If you're serious and you really want a leg up and a way to understand the software that's so powerful, it has helped me double my revenue up to 30,000 plus a month. If this is something that would be interested in you, the wait is over. The link is in the description. Hustlers, don't waste time. I can't wait to see you there. Now back to the video. Number 6, I began to focus much more on wholesale than I do arbitrage. Yes, I still do arbitrage, but arbitrage is harder to scale because arbitrage has a lot to do with being able to purchase what's available at that store right then and there. Once you clear the shelves, you're not going to have enough to really scale. With wholesale, I was literally able to buy products in the hundreds as far as quantity, and that kept me moving. It kept me in stock more, and I could scale. Number 7, super important, hustlers. I learned what my advantages were, and I began to lean into my advantages. This is something you're going to have to do. And I can't tell you what your advantage is. You guys know I sell snack foods, and I have an advantage because I am in South Central Pennsylvania, which is the snack food capital of the United States. So that is an advantage that I leaned into. If you're in Montana, you can't lean into that. You got to figure out what your advantage is. As a small business person, you have to know and take advantage of things that you have, literally your advantages. You've just got to lean into them because that is what's going to give you that leg up that others don't have. Number 8, think about what I'm about to tell you, hustlers. I look for opportunities, and be advised, opportunities are often going to come to you appearing as tragedy. Okay, I'll put this slightly different. Opportunities can come to you wrapped in a tragedy, okay, or some misfortune. I'll give you an example. I was doing arbitrage at a local grocery store for years, and that grocery store closed down. And by the time that grocery store closed down, I had already built a relationship with the purchasing manager who would never give me proprietary information, if you will, insider information on manufacturers, suppliers, distributors. But when they got the notification that they were shutting down, I knew that was an opportunity. I went to the purchasing manager and I said, hey, it's all over. Would you be willing to give me a list of and names and contacts of all these suppliers? And she knew what I bought because I would buy, instead of buying over the counter, I was literally using that grocery store as a wholesaler by that point. And you'll do the same thing. But this is just an example of how what could seem to be a tragedy, right? A lot of people would look at that situation and they would say, wow, I'm losing the local grocery store where I did so much arbitrage. I saw it as an advantage. Now I can go direct because now they're willing to give me the information, the phone numbers, the contacts, where I could actually get these brands direct, and they could literally broker the deal so that these manufacturers would actually talk to me. It changed everything for me. So look for your opportunities. Number 9, please, I hope I don't lose you here. I embraced work. They don't call me La Machine for nothing, but think about this for a second. Most Americans are lazy. So the minute you decide that you're going to do work, and I'm talking physical work, bending, reaching, stretching, lifting, toting, things that require you to move your body. The minute you just decide to do that, you just left the average American in the dust. And the older you are, the more you're going to leave behind you. I leaned into work. I embraced work. If you're willing in the beginning, when you're trying to get your leg up, if you're willing to do what others won't, you will have so much. As a beginner, as a person who may have been in the business, but now you're looking to really move up, embracing work is one of the quickest ways I could suggest. It is amazing. But remember, you've got to do today what others don't to have tomorrow what others won't. And finally, guys, this is so important. Number 10, I stuck with it. Nothing can stop you if you're willing to persevere. You've got to be able to stay with it. When you do, things are going to come about that you could never even foresee. You don't know the things that are going to happen in your favor. You just have to trust. You just have to keep going. I talk to so many hustlers because you guys know I give my number and people do call and I do free consultations. I do that. I wouldn't charge you anything. Text the words working class hustler to the number on your screen and I'll get with you. It's no problem. But I can't tell you the number of people I've talked to. And when I talk to them, they tell me, hey, La Machine, I started, I stopped. I started, I stopped. I've been doing this for 10 years. I've been doing this for 15 years. Guys, you cannot continue to do that. It's like pumping a pump. And just as the pump is about to be primed, you stop and all that water runs right back down. You lose everything that you've worked for. Make the commitment. You've got to persevere, guys. Stick to it. Okay, those were my 10 things that I did. It has changed the game for me. I'm literally taking my business to the next level, and you can do the same. I hope this was beneficial. If it was, please give a like for the algorithm. Make sure you subscribe if you're not, and hit the bell notification so that you don't miss any of the new content that we're coming out with. And you'll be notified when I go live. I love to do that so that we can actually source together. And I will see you guys in the next video.